This is Haley Carla of Haley Carla Arts, and I'm coming to you for week 2 of the 21 Secrets Live December pre-party blog hop, which is happening between myself, Lisa Wilson of Being Breath, and Connie Husvika of Dirty Footprints Studio. The question for this week is a good one this time of year, absolutely. It comes from Lisa. How do you make space for your art, especially when life already feels so busy? Isn't that the question, the daily question? How do we carve away these little pockets in our life for our creative practice? So, first of all, I see this question as super important. And for me personally, what I've come to understand is that making art is not just a leisure activity. It's not just a luxury. It's not a hobby for me. It is a crucial piece of my holistic well-being. And what I mean by that is that I find again and again that when I make space in my life for my art practice, my life feels more spacious and my heart feels more spacious. I'm kinder in my world. I'm more present with my loved ones and my interactions. I show up to my work more wholeheartedly. All the ways that I want to be in the world begin to show up and begin to come with more ease, even in challenging times and in busy times. Even when I think I don't have time for art, if I carve away that time and do it anyway, I often find that I am much more productive at my other things that need to be done as well. So art making is a gift in my life because it fuels the way I show up to my whole life. And that is a huge piece that ties right in with this question for me. So when life is busy, it's almost even more important for me to somehow have a little way to get myself to my art practice. Now, part of this also means that you have to be gracious with yourself and let go of ideas of what it means to create an art piece. What is an art product? What is a final piece got to be? And let go of notions of what maybe a finished piece is. You know, maybe you don't have to see every piece through to something that you would frame and hang on a wall in a gallery, you know? So the part that's important for me is recognizing that it's the process and it's showing up to it and moving through it. And that's where we reap the benefit. So at least from what I understand. So for me, I have to make some games for myself because I have a very tricky mind that is always trying to talk me out of stuff that I might actually enjoy while I'm doing it, you know, in favor of things that feel more tedious and challenging and productive and all that good stuff. So we all have our gremlins, and that's mine. So I have to make games with myself to get to my creative practice, particularly in busy times. One of those games that works for me is to set a timer. As easy as that. If I need to really paint, I might set the timer for a half hour or an hour and say, okay, I'm just going to paint for an hour, and then I will get to everything else of the day, and then I'll do that, and then I've done it, and I feel better the whole rest of the day, or what have you, or I go to bed and I sleep better, you know, I feel more complete, I feel more centered in my own skin. Another trick that I do that I picked up that has helped me tremendously has been to make it easy for me to have art or the capacity for acting with my creative expression, interacting with it, always at my fingertips. And for me, that looks like this, which I call my everyday journal. And it's essentially a visual journal or an art journal, but it's really a mix of words and poetry and journaling pages and gratitude pages, things that I tape in, that I like, that I find online, sketches that I do, watercolor images, sketches I might do for paintings, all kinds of things. Some pages I'll actually put, sometimes very busy months, I'll put a little calendar page in so that I have to interact with my calendar every day just to check in with what I'm doing, and then instantly I'm opening up my art journal, my visual journal, and I'm interacting with my creative pages too. So it's always kind of like touching in with my muse and the expression that fuels me, even if it's just a little bit. Then if I'm waiting in my life for things, we do a whole lot of waiting during our busy tasks. waiting on my car tires to get changed, waiting on my coffee at the cafe. I can open up my book and do a little doodle or write a word that's been on my mind that day or something I want to remember, or glue something in. Just takes a second if you have a glue stick with you. And there, I've interacted with some creative expression in my life. Very easy to do. The other thing that I do, which is what I have done to show you as an example, is in a very busy week, or for instance, say a very busy time, like if you go to visit family and you know you're not going to have much, alone time to do your practice, I will say, okay, well, I'm just going to begin the week with one spread. So that would be like, open blank pages, right? Open blank pages. And I will do one thing a day on that page. And by the end of the week, let's see where the piece is. And maybe on the weekend, I'll be able to finish it. So that's one spread over the course of the whole week. And that one thing a day, it can look like gluing one thing down. It can look like one color with just a few brush strokes across the page. Maybe you write one word on it. It can just be literally just one thing a day. And then over the course of the week, you've started to put together these little pieces for a spread. And that's what I have to show you this week as well. I did that this week. It was a very busy week for me, lots of tasks to do, and I wanted to create a spread like that because working that way has really helped me. And it literally can take less than 10 minutes a day to create a spread for the week. Just by saying, I'm going to do just one little thing every day, just for a few minutes, all to myself. And that is a priceless gift. I don't know what else to say. It really is a priceless gift. It fuels us. There's something in an active creative process that is engaging with decluttering and releasing and allowing flow with what's happening in our life around us and within us. And as long as that flow is moving, there is life. Life is moving, and we don't feel stuck, and we don't feel tense, and we feel capable, and we feel resilient to show up to it and do the best we can. And sometimes we feel even more capable to discern what is priority and what isn't. Because when we get tense, we sometimes get confused. We think that this is really super important and it has to be this way right now. When the truth is if we give it a little spaciousness, then maybe it ends up it wasn't as important, or it resolved on its own. That's the beauty. That's the beauty of it, I think. So make space in your life for your art, and you will receive spaciousness in your life and in your heart. That is what I know to be true. So thank you. Have a nice week.